Arthur Smith, and my child is a junior at Van Horn High School. So it's a little odd speaking during the school board's public comment period about a proposed rule change to the public comment rule, but nevertheless, here goes. So this week I heard Kelly Hopkins, the spokesperson for the Missouri School Board Association, say that some boards use the public comment period to build relationships with their community. You may not sense this in the same way that I do, but I feel like we have a bit of a crisis on our hands that is a crisis of relationships and of community trust. I know that I started paying more attention to board and district matters because I was hurt and angry about one specific thing. But after conversations with many, I think that our crisis is more grounded in systems that do more to limit public engagement than to invite it. Public comment rules are part of the problem from my perspective. First of all, the public comment period is limited to 30 minutes, which sometimes may be way more than is needed, and sometimes maybe not nearly enough. Recently, when we had a packed boardroom and not enough time, a board member's motion to add time didn't even get a second so that it could be discussed. Now we're told that public comments will be restricted to things on that night's agenda. Never mind if everyone in the community is talking about a huge change to our schools. If it's not on the agenda that night, no public comment. The implication is that the administration has thought of everything. But we've got a community that is much more diverse than our administration and board. And of course, we won't know what's on the agenda until the last minute, just a bit more than 24 hours before the deadline for registering to speak. A person might not even understand what an agenda item is about. A full board packet would help, but you have to know to request that. You have to know how to request it, and you won't get your copy until you arrive at the board meeting, when it's no help for figuring out if you want to register to speak that night. It's too late for that. A person might prefer to wait to request to speak until after hearing what the board will say or do about an item. But by then, it'll be too late, since the public comment period is at the start of each board meeting. Very likely, the agenda item may never come up again. No more public comment. And the stakes are high, with the superintendent known to have told parents that some things cannot be appealed. Nor does it help to build trust and relationships that the process of selecting and approving speakers is entirely managed by central office. Of course, it's much worse if you're a student or a group of students. You'll have to work through building and central office administrators first before you might be allowed to address the board, and then more than likely it will be in closed session so the public can't know about your concern. Never mind families without transportation or who have language barriers. I am really intrigued by what Ms. Hopkins said. Some boards use the public comment period to help build relationships with the community. I am confident that at some level, the board wants to build strong relationships of trust with our community. It would be to everyone's advantage because great trust is requested and required to make the kind of big changes this board, this district is known for. It would be much easier if we were starting from a place of more trust and better relationships. I believe that the board is well-intentioned, but all these policies, rules, and practices limit participation, limit public comment, and send the message to the public that our engagement is not wanted. I hope the board will look for ways to open up this process, to invite public comment, and to be more transparent. A different approach, I think, would really help restore trust and build relationships, and that would be good for all of us. Thank you.